Welcome back to another anime on the all-time anime list. We're at number 12. No, we're not. We're at number 12. We're at number 17. Um, so number 17 is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Why do I put this on the list? Even though the original Fullmetal Alchemist got number 75, and the fact that Fullmetal Alchemist is not as popular as Dragon Ball Z at number 31, I still think that Fullmetal Alchemist is better than Dragon Ball Z. Because of the fact that I enjoyed every single episode of Brotherhood, including Fullmetal Alchemist, but I'll explain that when I get to there. But Brotherhood is a really good shonen anime. I highly recommend you watch it. It's at number 17. Why it doesn't get not in the top 15 is because it's too fucking popular. There's only one popular anime that made it into the top 5, and that's pretty much about it. With that being said, though, why do I think this anime is a hell of a lot better than the original Fullmetal Alchemist? Here's the problem with Fullmetal Alchemist, and it stems to the thing. It's its characters. In Brotherhood, they utilize more characters of getting growth than in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Because Brotherhood, when it comes to characters, I like to say, in Fullmetal Alchemist, the original back in 2003, I believe, the main Scar was an evil prick. He's a serial killer. In the Brotherhood, he's more of a serial killer, but then they changed their minds and not making them kill anyone. He's just helping them out. Secondly, Scar dies in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. In Brotherhood, he does not. And to prove my point, he's the main person who kills the guy with the eye patch, unlike Mustang and Hawkeye did in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Number 2, the original Fullmetal Alchemist has Mustang staying at the fucking desk the whole entire fucking time and complaining and bitching that the guy with the eye patch is making all his chess pieces go away. That is fucking horseshit, and you know that. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, they add new characters in Brotherhood that don't even get. Let me explain this. Armstrong is one of my favorite characters in Fullmetal Alchemist, but in Brotherhood, he gets outshined by his sister, who doesn't even appear in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, and she's more of a and he's more scared of her than anyone else in the whole entire fucking anime, which I think is fucking hilarious, to be honest with you. Let's talk about the villains. Lust. Lust dies. Lust is at the very end of the anime of the original Fullmetal Alchemist. In Brotherhood, she dies really fucking early to Mustang because Mustang hates her because he kills her like a bunch of fucking times because she has a Philosopher's Stone in her chest. So the Philosopher's Stone is a completely different fucking thingamabobber, and that's what my main gripe about is. Number 7, Tucker. Tucker dies from Scar, but for some odd fucking reason, they decided to bring him back. I don't understand that in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I watched Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But when he gets killed off, he dies immediately. Also, some of the characters that are in the original Fullmetal Alchemist in the filler episodes when Scar appears, they die off right off the bat, but they don't get mentioned in the Brotherhood version because the Brotherhood version is straight to the point. The other thing I like about this is that they introduce in Brotherhood 2 new characters, which they are family members, and they're trying to be the king or queen, because they're both trying to fight who gets the rights to rule the kingdom or whatever the fuck it's called. They're trying to compete by getting a Philosopher's Stone. Whoever does wins the thing. Yin Yang gets greed into his body, and that's what happens. Now greed is one of the main villains. He does at the end of Fullmetal Alchemist. He fights Edward Elric, and he decides to get his ass kicked by Edward Elric. But the thing is that in Brotherhood, he helps out the good guys. He's not against them. He just wants friends, and that's what he gets. After that, they decide to help him out. Also, Ed and Al have different roles. In the original Fullmetal Alchemist, they're just trying to get their bodies back, which is good. I don't mind it. But but when Ed tries to get Al's body back, he does, but he enters in a different dimension, a different world, you say. And that ties into the movie of the original Fullmetal Alchemist, which I thought was ridiculous because Winry's by herself and Ed and Al are in the other world living peacefully and togetherly, which I think is fucking stupid. In the original, in the manga, which is the Brotherhood version, Ed marries Winry and they have a bunch of kids. That's a happy ending. I don't want Winry to be suffering by herself and she doesn't have anyone else to be with because Ed's a fucking dumbass and blah this, blah that. Okay. Plus, Colonel Hughes dies off really quickly in Brotherhood than in Fullmetal Alchemist. And one of the characters who made the Philosopher's Stone dies in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, but he does not die in the original. He does not die in the Brotherhood version because he helps them out more so than in the other version. I thought that was really interesting because in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, I think Scar kills him. I believe that who made the Philosopher's Stone, but that's beside the point. He wants Scar to kill him, but then he decides to help. Scar decides to let him live for some odd stupid reason, and that's why. Now, why is this anime so high up on the list? Well, I think it's a fucking fantastic anime. There's only like a few things I don't like about it. First off, why the fuck did you make the Brotherhood version off the manga if the original Fullmetal Alchemist kind of sucked? I did not like how they did. That's the only reason why I did not like Brotherhood, and that's why it's only at number 17. Because I can make a case for Brotherhood to be at number 15. Top 15 at least. But because of the fact that the original Fullmetal Alchemist left so much sour to my taste to two of my favorite characters, which is Scar and Mustang, where they didn't do shit. And Scar dies in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, which pissed me the fuck off because I thought he was a badass. My main problem is the fact that I don't like Fullmetal Alchemist. I like it to some extent because when it comes to Brotherhood, I do not like Fullmetal Alchemist. If I'm comparing it to Brotherhood, it does not pair it to one. If I do a standalone with the original Fullmetal Alchemist, I will probably put it at number 75, like I said on my list. If you want to watch that video, go ahead, fucking do it. But because of the fact that Brotherhood changes so much stuff and adds characters that were better than the original cast that should have been in the original Fullmetal Alchemist, that leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But it's still fucking good. That's the only reason why I didn't put it in the top 15, because of that reason. It's a really good reason because in Brotherhood they utilize more characters of getting growth, but because of the fact that I watched Fullmetal Alchemist first, I kind of did not like it, to be honest with you. If I switch swap, I'll probably feel the same way. I think it still deserves to be at number 17. If I switch swap them, it'll probably be at 18 or 19. I think Girls Last Star deserves to be. But since I watched it after Fullmetal Alchemist, I'll put it at number 17. That's the only reason why I put it at number 17, motherfuckers. With that being said, before I end this video, tomorrow will be number 16, which I don't know what the fuck number 16 is. I have to check it out. But we're moving on to number 16, and there's only three. After this anime, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, there are only three more popular animes that you might know of. And those are the only animes that you will know of. But I have good reasons of why I put those animes on the list, but we'll digress. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Stay positive. And always keep smiling, motherfuckers, or else I'll kick your ass. No, I'm not gonna kick your ass. I don't know how to kick anyone's ass unless it's a fucking pillow. Woohoo! So stay positive, everyone. I hope you have a nice, positive day.